I always thought cheating was something that happened to other people. To the kind of men who didn't pay attention, who didn't notice the signs. But it turns out, even when you see them, you still don't believe it. I'd been married for 8 years. We had a 7-year-old son. Our life wasn't perfect, but it was ours. Or so I thought. It started with small things. She became distant. Her phone was always face down. She'd get messages late at night and smile, not at me. Whenever I asked, she'd say I was paranoid. So I stopped asking. But the feeling didn't go away. That quiet voice in my head kept whispering, "She's lying." One day, I decided I needed proof. I work in construction, I know how to hide things. So I bought a few small cameras online and installed them around the house. Nothing fancy. Just motion sensors and storage cards. She didn't notice. That weekend, I told her I had a work trip. I kissed her goodbye and left. 3 days later, I came back early. She was gone. I opened my laptop, played the footage. And my hands started shaking. There she was. With him. In our bed. I can't even describe what I felt in that moment. It wasn't sadness. It was fire. Everything inside me burned, my chest, my head, my throat. I smashed a chair. I punched a hole in the wall. And then I realized our son was sleeping in the next room. That stopped me. I sat on the floor for hours. I don't even remember crying, just shaking. In the morning, I packed a bag, took my son to my parents' house, and left the city. Before leaving, I sent one copy of the video to the man's wife. That was the last thing I did before I turned my phone off. I rented a small cabin near the border. No neighbors. No noise. Just silence. At first, the silence was good. Then it became unbearable. I'd sit for hours staring at the wall, replaying every moment of our marriage. Trying to understand when exactly it died. A few weeks later, I joined a local boxing gym. Not because I wanted to fight. But because I needed to survive. There's something about hitting a punching bag that helps you stop hating yourself. I trained every day. I ate. I slept. I didn't think. For the first time in months, my mind was quiet. One evening, I got a call from an unknown number. It was my son. He sounded scared. He said, "Mom's sick." I drove all night. When I got to the house, I barely recognized it. Dirty dishes, curtains closed, the smell of something rotten. And then I saw her. Sitting on the floor in the kitchen, holding a photo of us. Her eyes were empty. Not angry, not sad, just gone. I called an ambulance. They said it was a nervous breakdown. Severe depression, insomnia, starvation. I stood in the hospital hallway, holding our son's hand. And I didn't know what to feel. Pity? Hate? Both? A month later, she sent me a letter. 32 pages. Every line filled with guilt. She wrote that she didn't know why she did it. That she felt lonely, unwanted, invisible. That she wanted to hurt me because she thought I didn't care. She said she hated herself every day for what she did. She gave me passwords, screenshots, even diary pages. Said I deserved to know everything. Said she was ready for any punishment. I read it 3 times. And for the first time, I didn't feel anger. Just exhaustion. Because when someone breaks, it's not about good or evil. Sometimes, people just fall apart. Friends told me to leave her. My parents begged me to protect myself and my son. And I wanted to. I really did. But every night, when I looked at my boy sleeping, I saw her eyes in his face. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't destroy his world on top of mine. So I stayed. Not for her. Not for love. For him. We live separately now, but I visit. She's in therapy, taking meds, trying to rebuild. Some days she's lucid, some days she's not. I help with the bills. I pick up our son after school. We talk, but only about him. Last week, I deleted all the footage from the cameras. Every file, every trace. It didn't make me feel better. But it made me feel lighter. I realized that forgiveness isn't about saying it's okay. It's about refusing to let the pain eat you alive. She destroyed what we had. But I refuse to let her destroy what's left of me. So now, when people ask if I've forgiven her, I just say, I don't hate her anymore. And that's enough. My life is simple now. Work, gym, my son. We fish on weekends, talk about movies, play chess. He doesn't know everything. Maybe he never will. But he knows his dad stayed. And maybe that's the only thing that matters.